All right. Hello, Virgos. Okay, Virgos, let's see. This one's going to be your third monthly message now for January. Thank you guys for taking the time to tune in. This is continued. However, you're welcome to just tune in here. If you've not listened to the other previous messages or your consecutive ones, you can just click on my channel, scroll down, scroll up, however you might feel guided. As always, use your own intuition and discernment. I will give names, dates, times, music, movies, current events, whatever coming forth, okay? We are completing the, let's see, we're kind of in the past energy. Some of this is past. Whoa, look at that, the flames coming back though. Okay, so something coming back around even. So we're working with the mystical shaman pocket oracle in this video. I got a lot of Capricorn energy. Now, maybe some of these are just dates and times. I mean, I saw 103, 107, 108. 108 is David Bowie's birthday. Always bring that up, spotlighted. That's where kind of also like the album, you know, loving the alien as well. So that does bring in a bit of Taurus energy, Aquarian, Libra, potentially a lot of Leo. I gave you guys the weirdest thing. So it's almost like we're seeing both sides of the perspective regarding aliens, okay? Because, and something about the water, dude, okay? The pendulum. So I gave you music in your other one. MJ could be initials even, okay? They don't have to be. I also got Adam. I'm not quite sure here. There was also Cancer energy. You could have this in your chart. Some of you could be Capricorns with Virgo. 119, that's Martin Luther King big day actually, and someone's name could be Martin, because I did get a little Depeche Mode, okay? Grab your water, something about making sure, like, it's been spotlighted. That's what I saw when we began this journey with the spirit animals for you guys, to make sure that you are, you know, have your water around, making sure you're doing your self-care, whether it also be, you know, spiritual baths, going in water. You need to cool down. Someone needs to make sure they stay cool. And then the water was spotlighted, like water, like that's the same thing. When we get to your tarot, I'm going to be working with Wizard of Oz. It's not in this one. But also I gave you guys the show Signs with Joaquin Phoenix, Mel Gibson, and Swing. And like seeing all the signs. Now that shows like the aliens not being friendlies, right? Ironically, so as I rewatched this little clip, and 1997 was spotlighted. I get someone's name could also be Carrie with a E. There were several self-selling, also Masons, maybe someone jars something. I'm using a mason jar for my water. I don't know, whatever. I just grabbed whatever. So sorry, I needed that before I jump into reading this. Okay. What else? So 807 Leo. I think 731 was also spotlighted. What other? 723. Okay. I also saw, so Aries have been spotlighted, the dates and times that several different Aries as well. 323. Okay. What else? 323, 331. Okay, I don't know. It happens to be 112 today, which was also spotlighted, and 115 is spotlighted. 111, 112. So some of this is past energy. Keep that in mind. And I thought it was so crazy because today, I mean, it's super beautiful. Okay, guys, your shit looking good. Okay. I feel like you already been through the thick of things. So I hope you do tune into that one. We're continuing on with the mystical shaman. Okay, you had the thinking man. Underneath there was a divine healer, love energy, the love angel, the temple path. Like, this is like good. Now decipher who you are in this. This could be a mentor, a teacher. This could represent you, vice versa. The masculine, okay, a man, okay. Now whatever, I mean, it's saying, we're not talking just the energies of feminine. We're not talking the yin and the yang. We're talking the actual gender, okay? The feminine, the woman over here holding the thinking woman, is also in this dynamic, but she feels caught, maybe feels very alone and isolated, okay, with the type of people she's surrounded by, whether these are friends, family, acquaintances, I don't know. neighbors even. She feels a little caught in this. We have the Rainmaker there. Specific someone could be 42. I really saw this spotlighted for people being like in their 40s and 50s. I saw 53 as well. 44. I did see Starseed too. 97. Dude, huh. That's the year I graduated. There's a clue to my age. That was a crazy show. But I always think of like Joaquin Phoenix, and he plays the Joker, right? What a different role he plays in that show. I think that's the weird thing, because a lot of times people are like, oh, all these aliens are connecting with aliens and certain things, and so it's like saying, hey, these ones are not the friendlies, okay? Like the abductors and stuff. And the Seer, though, okay? The Seer, that was the craziest thing, because the image of Pussifer's new album, I think it's Normal is not coming back, or so, I don't know. This isn't normal. And the two songs I gave you were Pendulum, and I keep forgetting the name of the last one. Impetuous, yeah. Like they were like literally like, and Bella, the not Belladio, Bella, like very crazy. Pretty cool though. And this song, this Pachamama reminds me of some Andean shaman music. And I've mentioned it before. It's been a while. Puentes. No. Well, yeah, you can. Pachamama's there. They speak on this as well. But also, I think it's Ayla Schaefer. Try this Medicina. I am not fluent like Vuela. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not good with I'm not fluent in that language, so I mispronounce some stuff. Sometimes I'll link those things in the description if you feel guided to listen to those different videos or music. Maybe that's inspiring or there's something there for you. Let's jump into the cards now. Okay, so these, like I said, these ones were ones that flew out at the end of your second video. So we're going to begin here. Okay, I'm not going to reiterate the thinking man, the healing path. These flew here. This is something about the community, the Rainmaker, the drum, the earth, and we had the Coyote. Okay, so there's a warning with Coyote, of course, Trickster. Okay, so there was something about something lured to someone to some type of community. Okay, because the Coyote also, there could have been a distress call or something, because that's what they kind of do. Dude, last night we hear the Coyotes. My husband and I just started like howling at the Coyotes and they shut up. Oh, they always sound like they're dying. Yeah, anyways. So that's kind of the thing with seeing some omens or something. Now, like I said, some of this will be past, is what it's supposed to be. So if this doesn't resonate with something you've already experienced the beginning of this month, or actually, you know, it's further in your past, then the rest of the messages may not apply. So check your other placements, okay? All right, with that being said, let's jump in here. Okay, wow. Okay, 8-4. Okay, 84, 42, 43. I was seeing a lot like 47, 44, 43, 42 for majority, okay? Someone could also be 33, 31, 40, 60. Doesn't have to be 17. 1, 5, and 1, 7 could be really spotlighted. Some Gemini energy potentially too. Okay, maybe 415. 418 been there quite a bit too. You did have Pisces a bit in the previous one. I'm also sensing it. But you have the Beloved, like there's a distance here. You see that there's an empty space, and I'm leaving that card where it flew because sometimes that's part of it. Okay, so this is something, this is also, you had, your very beginning was opening the door to love, romance, potentially, romantic partner. And what I also see is that there's a need to, like, you know, these other people are actually going to end up being like third parties, causing some bullshit for you and your person, okay, or your partner, or your studies, your higher growth. This also makes me think of initiation to Count Saint Germain, where, you just start kind of recognizing you're not, you know, they're not in the, it's just not their, it's not what they're not vibing on the same level, for whatever reason. But it's still sad, because it does feel like someone here, especially a woman, feels really stuck. Okay, you or them, I don't know. So let's begin over here with the Pachamama, the Seer, and the Vision Quest, okay? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I opened it up to 92 and 93, 9293. Now, that could be your birthday specifically, right, Virgos, okay? You could also be dealing with Sag. You could have met this person a long distance. That could be you could have traveled somewhere, college level, after high school. Because that's a mentor, a teacher. It could be like a college professor, even if that's a situation, or, it doesn't have to be that, any type of higher education learning after high school age is what I'm getting at. Also, Gemini, 92, 93. Oh, okay, I always get like mi abuelo. So my grandfather here, I don't know, maybe someone was named 92, 93. I opened it up to the mystical shaman, okay, 38. Okay, so that hasn't come forth yet. I believe that came forth with the Piscean energies, a couple different signs of seeing that one so far. So we're going to go start with the Pachamama. Pachamama, the thinking man. 9899, no way, okay? So it was also a message of a lot of synchronicities, okay? You're going to be seeing it. No way, the child of Earth. And we have Earth. You guys are Earth energies, okay? You could also be dealing with Capricorn, right? Or have a child that's a Capricorn? I don't know. 7-1 even, or Cancer sign. Virgo, Scorpio. It's about eating right. No way. The goddess of the earth, Pachamama. 992. Pachamama, the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including the stones, the plants, the animals, and humans. She is the goddess of earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades all creation in our planet. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless souls can experience life in a biological body. The joy and pain we taste during our brief time on earth are invitations to discover the boundless love of Pachamama. You are a child of the earth. Now is the time to eat right, love right, and be joyous regarding less of the circumstances. Regardless, sorry, I'm like mixing this up. Regardless of the circumstances you may find yourself in, be grateful for your life, your body, and all that nourishes you. Oh my gosh. Like, this sounds like my grandma's prayers, like praying over her food every time. Like, it was predictable. It was always like, bless his food, that it may nourish and strengthen our bodies and do us the good we need. In Jesus' name, We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay, whatever your prayer, God the Father, there's a sense of just gratitude over your food, blessing it before you intake it. Sometimes that's so. It sometimes it feels weird. So I used to hang out with my pastor and his wife. We would go out in the world, together, and we went out to this restaurant, and they like pray at the table, which was so weird for me because I was like, this only happens like on Thanksgiving, or if I'm at my grandparents. But so there's a thing of doing what feels right also, and not caring, if that's something. This is also just learning about it as well. Wow. Try this medicina. Now, the medicine is when there is a reversal to get back balance. So I'm not even going to say that, because I see like you've already been doing this, or this person has understanding about maybe what we would call maybe Mother Earth as well. Father God, Mother Earth, but there's 2 songs that they actually say this in. And I swear, Vela Vuela, I can't remember. Check the not the comments, the description box. I might link in those songs if I can find them. If you feel so guided to. Okay, and then the Seer is next. 45. Wow. So, dang, this is so cool. 110, 111. Okay. And someone being 45 potentially doesn't have to be, could also be some Aries, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, you as well, Capricorn. Seeing 111 even. All right. The seer represents the capacity to reach beyond the obvious details of life into the hidden realms where information is available to those with the discernment to perceive it. The symbol represents psychic psychic perception, intuition, and the capacity to know something without prior exposure. The seer knows truth, always seeks truth beyond all else, and sees reality as it truly is without judgment. The seer can read between the lines and understand what is not being said. He represents the power of clarity and being able to recognize patterns, right? Seeing the patterns. The invitation, the seer invites you to trust your intuition and follow it as it leads you forward. You may feel lost when it appears that your hunch is taking you in circles or even through a maze. Oh my goodness, the maze. Y'all don't even know which maze you're going into. Okay. Okay. Everything is like a little bit twisted and distorted, but I'm saying it in the sense of, you know, the world we're living in with, like, you know, AIs and mixing things. And even the same thing with, like, for example, Judy and or Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz and even Alice in Wonderland and in that dream stuff. But it seems like it's like going on in, like, you know, 3D reality. Because you also have the Vision Quest. Dang. What else am I? So, literally, what's the show? The Shining. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Wendy and Shelley. But I saw this. It was a funny meme, and it's like got that one. Remember with Matthew McConaughey. What was that show called? I don't know, like high school, dazed and confused. Okay, be a lot cooler if you did. It said, and it shows like the maze, like from The Shining. Okay, I know this is weird. And it said, hazed, or no, it said mazed and confused. Are you hiding? Be a lot cooler if you were. I don't know. There's a sense of hide and go seek or something. Trying to get through this maze. Okay, that's interesting. Now it's upright, so I'm not going to tell you that it doesn't look like there's a challenge. I think that's what I was getting. It's almost like, yeah, the seer has gifted you with this magic. You are exactly where you are supposed to be, and your vision is clear. The seer invites you to trust your intuition, right? Okay, in circles or even through a maze. Okay, I got a weird song. It's kind of a punk song, I think. Pennywise and Bro Him. That song's like in honor to Jason, I think, is what they say in there. Maybe that's for someone, Bro Him. I also got like Rage Against the Machine and Zach. So that's like, I almost said California. Weird. I'm getting like some Eagles in Hotel California. Okay. Some Taurus energy. What else? Hold on. The maze. The twists and the turns. Of course, Labyrinth is spotlighted as well too. I don't know, because it's been David Bowie's birthday and this month as well. This song is Bulls on Parade, I think. Rally Around the Family, Pocket Full of Shells. And Bro's Hymn. But then someone feels like a brother. Because I got this other song by Korn, which I don't know. I feel like some Virgos like Korn. I don't know. Taurus and Libra too, maybe. The band. And the song is Ball Tongue. And it's like, you were my brother. It's like someone in your own community or your family like doesn't believe in what you do or something. They don't believe, because that song says like, how can you fucking doubt me? But not again. How can you fucking doubt me? I just say it. I'm not afraid of the cuss words, okay? And and I get it, if my channel were to get bigger and stuff, I would probably, because and if I was wanting, because the shadow ban, the demonetizing and all of that, but at this point, they have no power over me. And honestly, I'm not. I mean, I express what's already going on within the almost said United States, but within the universe, which are already being kind of put out there on people's social networking. And when people do put things out there that are showing their true color of that's the thing. And that's what I'll spot like when I see someone and like saying, hey, yeah, this is a good thing, and it's actually not. So even though the seer sees it, but also knows, I mean, where that said without judgment, it is fairly neutral. But at the same time, me being a Libra and stuff, that's the whole thing. You have to use your own discernment and judgment. The thing is, it's easy to see that even if like the pathway leads to destruction, and not happiness and not health, in certain instances, if they fall down that certain paths, and so more than anything, it isn't about like hatred. I mean, let's be honest, with some of the really despicable evil, for sure, okay, that's where I would direct any of that emotion. But that's a natural normal. Like, if you're not upset about some of the harm that people are doing to innocent, like in wanting to stand up for the basic human rights, that's but I get this is learning it without any bias initially, you know what I mean? And the seer. Maybe someone even had a vision of, because to me, this kind of, I mean, it has an image that looks Christ-like, okay? And Christ just means Messiah, but Jesus, because that's kind of what, and so maybe someone actually had a vision of this or saw that. Now, in a lot of like the staunch Christians, and they will try and like tell them, oh, if you're receiving any type of feeling like you have visions of Jesus or visions or communication in your dreams or channeling, of messages, that's evil. And you know why they think that? Because they don't. And see, that's the thing. People, that's what I realized. I mean, I listened, and I was like, okay, to have discernment with certain things. No, at the same time, we have seen people, let's be logical with certain things as well, that have religious, spiritual psychosis, whether drugs or alcohol or anything like that's involved, I don't freaking know. Like, I don't get it. Like, and I bring up the Daybell and the Lori Vallow Cox like all the freaking time, because what are you thinking? Like, if you deep dive into actually the weird ritual shit, and I bring that up because they do, he would be like, oh, I'm a prophet and I can see when someone has the demon spirit or a zombie, they call them, right, or something. And then but underneath it was not that. at all. That would have been like, what are you doing? And you know, maybe they thought they were doing some, I mean, I gotta say it, child sacrifice. No one wants to hear about that, right? But what they did to, and they did it during a certain timing, okay, in some scorpionic energy, honestly, and then they got married and did all these things. But she had how many different husbands, okay, at the same time, and then like I think that Chad ended up getting convicted of also Tammy, his wife's murder. She was the first one to die, you know, and he hurried and had her buried or something, and I don't know. And he said that he had seen a vision that, yeah, the whole thing. These weirdos in Idaho having way too much time, but they going in there. See, that's the thing. I'm like, wait, they're not druggies, right? They're not like on some freaking PCP and shit, are they? I don't know what to say. So, and then even the way she talks about now, in such delusion, and she thinks she's a nice person. And then she has a, you know, she like, no, dude, you, because the boy was autistic. And the other girl, like, the world sees clearly. And whether she, like, and that's all I'm saying. So beware. More than anything. I always express that. If there is, you know, I am all about, you know, protecting ourselves and self-defense and certain things like that. But, yeah, you harm and the people doing like the animal sacrifices, like what? Wait, who still does that in this world for their journey, for their religion? I don't know, you know. So the other thing is understanding everyone has this ritual. They have the religions have the rituals, and whether they recognize it or not, their rituals, like even taking sacrament, doing their prayers, doing their weird things, lighting their candles, is performing witchcraft, magic, magica, connecting with spirit, okay, manifesting. No, it's the intent. Prayers, blessings, protection, you know, whatever it is. So the whole world is kind of run that way. So, you know, it's one thing when you are, like, when people are really just trying to really want to, like, everything I've seen of certain people who have really tried to fall down into whatever, doing what we satanic worship or things like that, or sacrificing, and dude, they don't become famous and make a bunch of money. They become infamous potentially for their rituals failing. Like, it gives no strength, no power. There's nothing there. That's a fantasy. You know, and God said, well, life is in the blood. See, and that's the other thing. Like, blood sacrifice, my brain has always said that is something evil. Now, when you are going to eat nourishment of food, you know, whatever, that's also blessing. That's a different type of thing. I just think that's a different type of thing. Those animals are sacred as well. They are divinity, connection. Food is divinity, what you put in. I know this is weird, but okay, let's go to the vision quest here. Okay, this is so cool. Okay. So you feel lost. It appears that your hunch is taking you in circles, or even through a maze, but the hidden realms don't follow the rules, okay? The two-dimensional map, trust your gut and allow your perception of your circumstances to widen to include the nuances and subtle cues from that you normally miss if you take things at face value. Weird. I gave you another song called Prong and Face Value, which talks about accepting rejection. I believe so. Deface it, erase it. That's an old one too. And it shows an eye and cleansing. Okay. The Seer has gifted you with his magic. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Your vision is clear. Some people don't want to see this. So, like I said, I think Melissa, Marie, I mentioned this, and Hannah in one of the other videos with the Pisces and the Aquarius. I gifted them with the sight to be able to see that the demonic and predatory presences within their sphere. And because they seemed naive to it, because their ethics and values and morals were twisted about what was truly important, the children. Okay, and what did Jesus say? We want to always go to the scripture here, but so many people want to be like, wow, this. It would be better that a millstone be hung around the neck of whomever leads his child to sin or stumble is what it says stumble. Okay, drowned in the ocean, then what will come upon their soul? What do you think that is? Pornographic shit. Ladies out there doing that, same thing. I'll call you out as a predator any day. If your focus is only on money, see, that's where Marie got it twisted. I spoke out. I felt very guided to speak on Hannah Alonso's channel because she goes and wants to talk a bunch of shit about MLMs, and I understand. If you're revealing that a product that they are saying is actually toxic, I'm all for that. But that is something she's shaming women or men, whoever, who goes out and selling a product. Usually these are natural products too. Essential oils, melaleuca, beach body, ashwagandha shake, like Mary Kay even, all of them. So that's what she attacks. And I'm like, you're petty. I just like the vision came to me while I was laying down. Hannah is petty. And then I had the weirdest thing because then spotlighted on like fucking 48 hours was Hannah Petty, who had been potentially lead poisoned, because she was sick. I don't know, some mystery. I don't know if it was completely deciphered, if it was her husband, he's like kind of same and suspicious, or her mom, or her, like they ruled out like someone close to her had to have been making her sick, poisoning her. Okay, so I just follow the clues as well. Okay, so when I did that, when I spoke that out and I said, the real issue here, why don't you go against, or speak out against the real issue, and where she is. There's a lot of those predators. I was seeing a lot of people within the school districts, the teachers doing some bad shit, okay, Florida. And there's a lot of that by Disneyland. There's a lot of that. I like watching Sheriff Grady Judd. He like puts them out on the spotlight, tells you their story, and he's like, I can't make this shit up. All right, good morning briefing. So, I mean, I just like, if you want to say like, oh, let's not judge, like, no. What I've learned as well is that if you don't stand for something, you heard that too. You don't stand for something, you fall for it all. Too many people want to be so open and coexist and not speak honestly when it is like, no, something is very mentally ill, mentally unstable within a person who has certain things. So somebody want to be so coexist, okay? And then call themselves like a shaman, okay? Or even, you know, the light worker who isn't wanting to address what the true thing with a past life maybe is, if there's a gender confusion, what that could really mean to help them understand. Okay, that has nothing to do with sexual preferences. I am not like, anyways, I'm talking about all of it. And those are the things that, oh, and also them trying to, so when you do look back at history and you see all of these like so-called prophets, or even in the Bible and whatever, even throughout our history, with these young children and adults doing some shady shit. So then we have what? Childhood woundings, ancestral shit to heal, and here we are. So their ultimate goal is for children to not have to feel wounded, okay? You know what? Because that's what leads people to a lifestyle of addiction, escapism. Yeah, that's not, you know. Anyway, so this Melissa Marie literally, okay, I said something about, you know, those type of, for example, I never even wanted to talk about this. The fact that this website exists is just bullshit as well. The OnlyFans shit and any of that pornographic shit, Instagram, they're all there. X is the worst. I'm not on it. Like I'm not on those things. And that's the thing. Like, we shouldn't have to be constantly combating being the way I see it is sexually assaulted online. And for some reason our society, it's the men who control these pornographic sites and are making the billions of dollars, 700 million here and all of these things. You know, they're all pimps making money off of other people. So I'm pretty sure. So this chick was trying to tell me that, well, technically being a sex worker would be a lesser evil than working or doing an MLM, being your own boss with an MLM. Dude, none of those people are like, there's the same thing. They're not getting the big money. And no, it's not a lesser evil. So Melissa and whoever your buddy is, Virgo, Pisces, Libra, I don't know. That's twisted your morals, because now it's all about making the money instead of doing something that adds value. So some of these people don't understand. I get this sense of shark and piranha. So they're out there shaking it in their kinis, doing their thing, you know, dancing together like they be, and then freaking and doing their ditty, getting their ditty freaks on. And Donna, have you seen all the horror shows? That's how they start. Jason. Anyways, Jaws. So yeah, I'm gonna make a judgment call on that, because that isn't, yeah, that just shows that somebody thinks, oh, you're gonna make more money, or because it's a, dude, they're change of service terms and conditions for every business. The insurance, what about the pharmaceuticals, your insurance, all that shit. every year is a change of service terms and plan and all that shit. They change the fees, they change the shit. Every year, ask yourself, every year when you've had to reinstate whatever insurance it is, health insurance, your work insurance, your car insurance, all the insurance, every single time it goes up, doesn't it? Even when you don't use it. Weird. So, what I took with that was the point, the purpose, because I only saw that one person had anything to say to me. So that one person was the one who I put my focus on. And I give them the blessing of sight. They will find all of what their people in their life are doing. They will see it. And they will understand. That's the epiphany. And I'm a stranger online. And they'll remember me. When that moment hits. When you see literally, okay, even the narcissistic evil rage, the change in the person's eyes. I notice the ones that like the small ones, they always have one eye is much smaller, slanted. I don't know how else to explain it. There's always something with one of their eyes. All right, Stephanie, this other weirdo named Eric, doing gymnastics, a gymnastics coach. So we have all these adults, okay, that are supposed to be teachers, mentors, guides, taking care of, and then doing dirty shit, okay? Teachers, doctors. There's this doctor in Utah, doctor in wherever, all these doctors, okay, that drugged and took video and put it all out on that site and all that shit. Yeah. So, it's prevalent and it's an issue. And it's a huge major problem for our society, for the emotional maturity of men, for true love bonds. Okay? Now, y'all get to choose your life choices, but I promise you that lifestyle leads to emptiness. Short-lived emptiness. Not a true heart bond. And so it's the same thing. Like, I listen to also like Meta Mystic, Melissa Gordon. She's a Virgo. Maybe tune into her videos. And majority of the time I enjoy listening. But at the same time, there are definitely things we do not vibe on. And, some of her followers, like, literally saying, oh my gosh, I am a star. I'm a sex worker. And I'm like, okay, Melissa, do you understand chakras? So is she going to, and all she wants is for someone to care for her and be generous and giving the way she is. Okay. Only thing you're going to get and attract in, you're not attracting in someone who, and that's the other thing, a good, a loyal, good-hearted person, whatever, same sex, heterosexual, whatever, because all you've stimulated within and activated is the sexual energy. They don't have a connection to your brain, your thoughts, your mind, your heart. And then in the opposite extreme, even if if someone truly fell in love and cared for them, we got like Rod Stewart and Roxanne. Wait, is that Rod Stewart? Yeah, I think so. You don't have to turn on the red light, because that's what he's saying there. You don't have to be out there doing those things, ladies, gentlemen. I guess we're hitting hard on that. Anyways, I don't even know. Like, there was nothing that was bringing that forth other than I needed to speak that. But that type of person it needs attention, so they're not going to be loyal. So I mean, I know this is not the case for every single person, but so there's a lot of, you know, the single moms out there. You know, I grew up with a single mom. Okay, she's the one who got cheated on every fucking time, you know. But I've also seen a lot of single moms that have a lot of different baby daddies and you know, different situations. But usually it's because they're single, because they're not loyal to that man, to the men that they are creating babies with. So it works both ways. And so that's what I've recognized. Like, I think it was Leo's. I was like, I happen to get on like Instagram, which I was like, and somehow I don't want to, there's certain people I don't want to see ever again, honestly. And I told them, don't download contacts. They're not in my contacts. And I don't even know why. I would say, people you might know. I'm like, the ones I blocked everywhere else. And I saw this one girl I hadn't seen forever. And honestly, she's a Virgo. So I'm just being straight with you. And for a long time, like, a single mom, and I heard her sob story and and I saw some weird signs. She was flaky as fuck, okay, and playing dumb, and I'm not gonna get into all of the stuff, but so I literally blocked her. She went around blocks. Maybe she just forgets her password all the time, you know. And she also, you know, turn around and people, and try and say, oh, I didn't want to be around them. They drink too much, or you know, whatever her shit is. And she's the one, like, it blew my mind. Like, this 40-some-year-old woman in her, like, 44, 43, I don't know, she's going 45, with, and I know her story, and it's a sob story. She was the girl that, like, suddenly disappeared in high school because she got pregnant, you know, so... And the rumors, you know, it's a dude who's like older. It was literally one of those weird creepos, like in that show that hangs out, the older dude who hangs out with the high schoolers. Anyways, but if that was the situation, then why wasn't there ever charges pressed? And that child was given up for adoption. That's great. That's wonderful. You know, whatever. And honestly, I don't care what choice she made regarding that situation. And I didn't care, and I still, like, I reconnected later in life too, and things like that, and she told me different things. And anyways, the moral of the story is, I recognized the red flags before she went, like, even more haywire. Like, in the small time that I did reconnect with her, she was flaky as fuck, and I was always trying to help her out, okay? And she's someone who needs a lot of attention. Okay, so I saw her, like, get married and get divorced, so quickly that she got annulled, you know, and she'd already been married like 3 times or something, and she just always picks the wrong ones or something, I don't know. But she's out there just, you know, like the rest of them, putting her shit on Instagram. And I'm like, you know what? Like, so for example, dude, is a woman gonna stop? Like, dudes, let's ask the ladies in general, dudes, do you want your person to be the type of person who is putting out for the rest of the world to see their tits and ass? Or is this your sacred person, you know? Because once they're in that, you know, unless they decide they don't want to be there, you know, and they felt no other options or things like that, and they're ready to, like, walk completely the fuck away from that and close that out, clear it out, bleep it out. Or are you proud of them? Yeah, dudes. Okay, because I guarantee fucking to you, she will mess around with your friends, your children even. We see it in the news. We see it in true crime. We see it. We see people receiving karma for their bad behaviors and it's shitty because people die. Man, that one chick, Devin, with Holy shit. That story's insane. She got like 28 years to life. That one's insane. She had multiple. She was the adult star who ended up marrying her boyfriend's son and having a kid with his son, and then she has been found guilty of murdering and beheading the boyfriend. So she was in a relationship, then started screwing his son, and got pregnant by his son. So you know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, that type of lady. Goes both ways. So apparently we need to talk about that, because that's not a healthy, loving relationship. That is twisted, fetish, corrupted, and the devil comes to kill, steal, right? So that's the way that cookie crumbles in those situations. It never ends up good. Never ends up with a real, true love bond. So that's why I say that, because I truly think people should have a beautiful, healthy relationship. Okay, so when it's a sacral chakra, you can, there's several people, like light workers and people who understand karmic situations versus, and whatever you want to talk about, the twin flame thing, whatever, narcissistic relationships, and understanding those things and how it's very different. Now, I'm not saying that there isn't going to be a chemistry and a sexual attraction, but it's more than that. And that's what makes the bond last. There's integrity, trust. Now, some people, like some of the spirit animals came out pretty strong with a certain loyalty, like the elk, all right, and stuff like that. Anyways, so I think that's what people want. Maybe some people, that's not what they want. They want to just go out and have, do the Girls Gone Wild and spring break for the rest of their life, until they have health issues, all right? And those older men who want the younger ladies, dude, she's like you're she's just waiting for you to die so she can take your money, and you're never going to be able to keep up with them because your body deteriorates. Okay, just being real. Anyways, okay, here we go. Vision quest. So I know some Virgos out there that be doing these things. Okay, I don't think you are. I think you see already. I think dancing is beautiful. Okay, I love dancing. And I hate that it always has to get twisted and weird. Okay. I'm all, okay. So someone will be seeing very clearly. And that's what I think you've seen. Or you've overcome this. And maybe these other people are really into that. Okay, I don't know. But let's go to the vision quest now. All right, Virgos. Yeah, someone could be 48, 49, Aries, Cancer sign, could be 60 as well. Scorpio energy. You guys had quite a bit of Scorpionic. There's Taurus there too, Aries, Sag. In the vision quest, you face your fear. Embrace your morality. Your morals, and you're mortal. Okay, and then meet face to face with Spirit, Holy Spirit. Okay, Holy Spirit will spank you. Okay, Holy Spirit does show you where you have made an error. Okay, Holy Spirit is pure, and it's beyond sex. Okay, and when people say, oh my, don't let them shame you or judge you or guilt trip you or anything like that, or no shame and blah 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 blah. whatever. Okay, the people who don't know, who don't understand, oh shit, I've said or done something or feel shameful or feel guilty. That the Holy Spirit is that's actually that. People who deny it, ignore it, they want to be blinded and blocked to it. That's called quenching the spirit, which actually means to, you would think that would mean taking in a whole bunch, but that actually means ignoring it, blocking your divine connection. So I also saw with some Pisces energy, I'm just telling you this, your opposite, like whomever, there was a feminine, an empress in reverse. Okay, Queen of Cups in reverse. She could even be a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer sign. I don't know. High Priestess in reverse. And every single of the angel cards was in reverse as well. This person is going through a huge financial loss. They're experiencing a down cycle within their finances, and they also refuse to listen or call upon angels for help. So they actually have chose to deny their angel guidance. Okay, and maybe they're atheist, I don't know. And it also showed very ungrateful, always feeling they didn't have. And for anyone that was in that state of feeling that way, the message was to shift that and shift to gratitude. Okay, and actually call upon archangels for feeling safe. The person feels very unsafe, feels in fear, okay, that their root chakra's out because of finances. And I totally understand. But so there's something to be said with that. Now, clearly we know that there are people who have shit tons of money, okay, that are not, that made it doing some shady shit. Stealing, lying, doing whatever, that's the temptation too. All right, so now we're moving to the drum. Actually, let's go to the Rainmaker 42. So this is on that community. Also, that thinking woman was there as well. Okay, she feels a little trapped too, stuck in that, feeling very isolated, like and for some, like someone's not on the same literal IQ level, because it's a thinking woman, a teacher, a mentor, the same as a thinking man. 42. So let's see what the Rainmaker connected with that energy. Okay, we're making it rain. Oh, 104, maybe Capricorn. 103, maybe something during that full moon in Cancer sign energy, that wolf moon. You could have really seen this, sensed this. That's why some of this is past. You could also be dealing with a Capricorn. Someone could be 42, Aries, Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, another Virgo, even maybe Gemini. Okay, the essence of the Rainmaker is the master of manifestation who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. When the power to co-create is used with integrity, great beauty and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for personal gains only, everyone suffers. So I want to talk about for a second the MLM stuff, because what I experienced with that, now first of all, okay, that's the whole thing. If the Ponzi scheme is a different thing, if it sounds too good to be true, you know what I mean? Like if you do not like the product that you be hustling, you're not going to be successful. You can put on you literally, I mean, that's the whole thing. You know how easy it is to sell something that you actually believe in? Dude, I was a master. I was like always the queen of sales, dude. When I was doing Mary Kay, I was the queen of sales. When I worked at Kohl's, I could sell, like I was the power seller, like with the credit cards, dude. And the thing is, the only way I could justify that, because I also saw those credit cards, those store credit cards could kill you. All right, you could dig a huge hole. So I always explained to the best of my ability. Now, doesn't mean they, the wise way to utilize that to benefit them, to get extreme discounts, you know, to be wise with their money, but not to, you know, to turn around and, you know, pay those things off as well. It also helps with building their credit, you know, there are all those impactful bonus things. But if you slip up and you let the temptation, and then you dig a bigger hole financially because of impatience or certain things or whatever you're doing. So, you know, that was the thing. Now, the same thing with like certain products and stuff. Like, I was like, if I don't really, if it's actually helping me, you know, with certain things with my whatever, or I enjoy the product, okay, or something, that's when you can be successful. Like, that was the other thing. Like, I became a diamond coach in Beachbody when I did it, but that was my goal. And then I was like, okay, this is not something I want to continue pursuing. I hit some mark, and I you know, I hit my goal. I hit my weight goal. I hit that, you know, and then I was done. But I learned so much. And I don't regret ever joining any of those MLMs, y'all. Not a single one. Okay, so that's why I speak on that, because that person was very wrong in their perspective, in their thinking, to say that. Now, I don't know why. Maybe they don't understand. Maybe I'm more impacted because of my upbringing, of things that happened to me as a child. Okay, I don't know. But it's just, and so many times people think, oh, women now are breaking free, you know, to do that and be their wild, get their wild on, their Lilith, or whatever you want to fucking call it. And I'm like, no, actually, that's a trick, because for the freedom was that you didn't have to be just a sex object, okay, and to be sold and bought. Yeah, so you just jump right back into being sold and bought and being a sex object. Nope. I like to be bound and gagged. Oh boy. Oh shit. I just can't. So, yeah, nope. Okay, so that's why personal gain only, everyone suffers. When the earth is parched, the rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens, and all in it that is dormant in the fields and in the people's hearts spring to life again. So maybe it's gonna something needs watered, right? There was so much about that. Maybe it's gonna rain, you know, maybe someone needs to cool off. There's a need for this water. Okay. The rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. Be sure you work with what is and not with what might be or could have been. The seeds that have been silently germinating in your heart will burst forth, ready for the sunlight. Do not hold back. Oh my gosh. You guys like Chemical Brothers? And galvanize. Don't hold back. Push the button. Don't hold back. Put all your chips on the next roll of the divine dice. Oh, damn. And put all your chips on. Usually they be saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spirit saying to put all your chips on that Russian roulette. I have seen people be so lucky. Like, you know, have you ever seen someone do like what is this called? Is it roulette? I said Russian roulette. But roulette, where they roll the dice. Okay, or no, they spin it. I don't know all the different. The one they spin it, and it's like red, black, or the numbers. I've seen someone put like, I don't know, $100 chip. Chip could be someone's name, or I think it was 100. I don't know. Or maybe it was 500. I don't know. It was something like that. And hit it, like the odds of that, they got like $3,000. So this might be something big. Like, I don't know. Whatever it is. Okay. Now we have the drum right above that. See, the thing with the one that was spotlighted with the Cancer signs, you know, it gets heavy. And I think it was because it's their, you know, this was their full moon as well, okay? And it was the wolf moon. And what was real spotlight with them was like an uncle doing something, okay, or something like that, and a 10-year-old. Yeah, that's not for the faint of heart. Oh, let's not make any judgment calls on that. Nah, that's bullshit right there. They knew better, but they, and they're all being revealed. It keeps coming out constantly. Every day there's a new case, right? New person busted with a whole bunch of child essay. And all of it, the entire market of the sex working, trafficking, whatever, is all part of that. It creates the fetishes, the fantasies that are incestual, weird, okay, violent. It does. That's creating their fantasies. So when we talk about manifesting your fantasy, you know, your dreams or things like that. So what happens? Then they, you know, over a while, they need to make it a reality. And that's what they do. And even serial killers and weirdos do the same fucking thing. So yeah, we're going to make some tough judgment calls for the highest good for other human beings. Okay. The drum. Ooh, we're hearing the drum. 15-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 17-year-old. Someone could have these, something could happen during this time. I see 34, 31, 35. Those could be ages as well. And Pisces energy, Capricorn coming in with this one. Gemini, Cancer sign. Yeah, 7-8 there too. Also Leo, the drum. So someone had money come in, opportunity, wealth. And these other people, probably, maybe they're not. Maybe they're struggling. Or maybe they're people who might use you. Or siphon your money. Or gossip. Or they might create blockages within. I don't know. But someone does. You. The rhythm of the drum tunes you to the beating heart of the universe. Its wood frame links you to the trees and helps you journey to the lower world via the roots and the upper world through its branches. The drum skin gives the shaman the powers of the animal kingdom. Striking the drum calls forth the power of the thunder and the rumbling of the earthquake. The drum invites a trance state where healing and prophecy happen. The invitation. The drum invites you to take the next bold step in your journey. The forces of heaven and earth are aligned behind you, supporting effortless action. This is not a time to push against the river. The current will take you exactly where you want to go. Once you jump in, collect your power tools and summon your courage, because it's going to be a wild and glorious ride. Allow yourself to be carried by the rhythm of what is really essential in your life. I always get like music too. This is the rhythm of the night. What was that? Corona is her name. Yeah. But this is part of like binary beats, taking you into it. So you could also do like, you know, some breath and sound work, holotropic breath and sound. Okay. Taking you into some trance. That is the coolest, without any type of medicinal, hallucinogenic, or anything like that. Just the power. I mean, just the power of the music. Okay. Sometimes you can sage within it, put crystals around, you know, but even the most skeptical people, like, it will take you into something, to some trance, as long as you're doing it properly as well. Yeah. So maybe that's something you want to learn about, or go spend some money on it. You know, I always recommend Sedona Soul Adventures. I can't remember if she's the soul retrieval. Okay. So interesting. Laura, Meredith, I'm just giving you some first names, but they're in Arizona. That are true, like, shaman. Okay, these women, white women, you wouldn't even expect it. Like, they don't even look like what you would assume or expect. You would see a symbol, like maybe they're wearing a necklace with the ankh on it, but oh my goodness, like, so very amazing. I'm all white women because everybody seems to think, they're gonna look all kind of like that. All right, well, the shaman needs to put all that on. Okay. But whatever, like, there's tons of different. The cool thing with Sedona, or the Soul Adventures, like, this is literally the company's name, is it's a different plan for it's individual, and it depends on what you're needing. If it's for your own soul, if it's for a relationship, and like, so my husband and I both went, and we would have, like, on the same day, but we would go to different practitioners and have a bit of a different experience. Okay, and he wasn't into the past life stuff. I think he did some other type of thing, and I did that, and anyways, it was pretty fascinating. So I just recommend that whenever, and that was the first time I ever had that type of experience. And yeah, it costs money. Okay, because they deserve to be paid for their service, and they deserve to be paid well. And it's something that isn't acknowledged by the other medical communities and your insurance, right? And hopefully there can be some type of reform where people can actually choose their own methods of healthcare. Edgar Casey comes through quite a bit. I've thoroughly enjoyed researching and connecting and learning more and more and understanding about Edgar Casey, and the Sleeping Prophet as well, with the Akashic Records and all that interesting stuff. But it also makes me think of, and he was Pisces energy, getting into that trance, and it is about trying to help a person to see their patterns, okay, as well. And he also said that medicine or healthcare of the future will be through music and sound and lights. Okay, so a lot of us actually we believe in that as well. Okay, and unless you've actually, like, if you haven't actually ever experienced it or tried it, okay, or been there, then you cannot make any judgment call on it, can you? Because you've never tried. You've never been there. Anyways, let's see. Why is this Earth in reverse? I see this as a masculine, like, in the card, potentially. Oh, look at those eyes. 17. 7-1, maybe Cancer, Capricorn, because this is Earth energy. 1-5, even Capricorn. There might be something from the 15th. 115 was spotlighted. Welcome, 115 new subscribers. Whatever. The 31st too. So 131 could be spotlighted, where maybe this came in for New Year's, even New Year's Eve. Okay, or when someone was turned this age. Even it doesn't have to be. There could just be synchronicities. Yeah, there could be Gemini, Cancer sign, Pisces, Aries energy, Capricorn as well. Okay, Virgos. Why is this Earth in reverse? 39 is there too. The 17 card could also be the Star, the Aquarian. Pisces, Gemini, Sag. Someone could be 40. No way. So Mama Pacha too. Or why I say it, I said it backwards. That's weird. 40, 41. Now Earth here is the one that's in reverse. So this needs medicine. Feeling ungrounded. Do you feel ungrounded or easily thrown off your path lately? It's time to focus on what nurtures you. To open yourself to the healing of Mother Earth. No way. Okay, that's weird. They're connected. here. The thinking man as well. And Mother Earth. And see the abundant world around you. Perhaps you've lost the ability to trust that your needs will be met and have fallen prey to a poverty consciousness. Perhaps you have not been eating well, been overworked and stressed, forgotten to breathe in the beauty of your surroundings. When the spirit of earth comes as your medicine, you're being reminded that when you practice self-care, take a walk in nature, and focus on the consciousness of abundance, miracles can and do happen. Okay, now, it could have been something like that, and that does make sense, because it seems like what I saw from this is it seems as though you feel like you're like doing this work and feel like you're just constantly running in circles or in a bit of a maze, like trying to connect the dots on some path here, and feeling a little scattered. So get yourself grounded. You could eat some root vegetables, okay? Some oats, some grains, okay? I would say like beets. I don't know. Depends on what you like to, what you're guided to. You know, oats. And also getting outside. It is such a nice day today. So there was mention of that. I mean, dude, we've been like had Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all this abundance of food and treats and drinking, celebrating, you know. So that's the whole thing. I like getting back on track. And so don't forget your water. I ate Taco Bell today. So, you know, hey, one step at a time. I'm also not going to like restrict myself and make myself feel, I don't know, from some of the things, you know, like when I put myself on an extremely restrictive diet, I'm just angry. And I'm doing it for the wrong reason. Now, if you are having some, you know, some issues with your body and you need to like, you know, do a detox and figure out what is causing some type of issues, you know, whether it's an allergic stuff, because someone could definitely be having some issues with their stomach, you know, whether it's, there's a need to get grounded. So root vegetables, carrots, you know, I guess potatoes if you want sweet potato. I like regular potatoes. Parsnips, I like me a parsnip. Whatever. That's one, you know, just feeling better. So that's if someone's at that stage. Now we also had Coyote and the Ancient Ones, 112, 12-1, and the Blade in reverse. The Coyote. Oh yeah, what was the first one? The Medicine Wheel was in reverse. Okay, what are we on time? 1:18:07. Dude. Okay. Oh my gosh, when I come here up, because this is like in a different spot. I must have too much heat going on. Because I'm too hot with my hoodie on. Whew. Yeah, getting overheated. All right. Where was the Medicine Wheel? The Ancient One's there. It says they defeated death. Okay. The Ancient Ones are the shamans of old who defeated death and escaped from the tyranny of time. The Ancient Ones walked the earth just like us in flesh and bone. And now they reside in infinity and can counsel us after we say yes to our calling. They're available to help us to attain full realization. 1, 2, 3. That could be a spotlight day as you go forth. 1, 2 even. Maybe Aquarian energy. It says the Ancient Ones are inviting you to reach to the future to help birth a new destiny for the earth. Go ahead. Find out who you are becoming 10,000 years from now. If you accept the invitation, great power and blessings will come your way and allow you to craft a new destiny for yourself. Do not hesitate to bite off more than you can chew because you have unlimited spiritual resources available right now. Dang. Some of you is Capricorns, okay, with Virgo in your chart, okay? The Andean cross still hasn't come out yet. Dang. Okay. The beloved's there. The blade's in reverse though. Okay. Okay, it's also, okay, the Coyote's there. There's a message with the blade in reverse, okay? 614, 615, or 15, or 15. 14, 14, 15. Putting down the sword and placing it back in the scabbard. Do not offer your blade in service to toxic emotions. Okay, there's a warning with that, especially if you are in a rage or anger, toxic emotions, because that's where, because the blade, okay, if you use it with anger, it will slash, stab, and kill, okay? Wield it wisely and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, or cut energetic cords. Okay, if you use it in service to toxic emotions, you'll be faced with an even more disagreeable future with the people or situations you are attempting to banish. Put the blade to rest until your inner fire has mellowed. Yeah, you need to cool off. Then use the blade with impeccable intentions to cut the energetic cords that you are tied to, okay? That are tying you to drama at hand. Set yourself free. This has to do something with this community. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a warning. Maybe you already experienced this. I don't know. But the Coyote, okay, that came through with the Cancer signs, or was at that full wolf moon. Okay, because that's like the Trickster trying to set someone off. Okay. It's a warning it will backfire. Okay, I guess here. Coyote. Ooh, 1227. This could be even so something could have happened during that time, even Capricorn season right after Christmas, or you could be dealing with them the 28th. Cancer Capricorn even. Oh, you could even be dealing with your own child, okay? I don't know, or children, doesn't have to be. It could also be Aquarius, Taurus, Libra. I'm getting Sag and Capricorn energy, but Cancer got this sign too. I'm seeing, once again, the Gemini. Some of you, like, I give the dates and times. 7, 12's there too, Cancer sign. 6, 7. Oh, man, every time. Don't worry, Prince. The Coyote is a symbol of the sacred Trickster, okay? The one who provides detours for growth and understanding by ensuring that things don't go as planned. By ensuring that things don't go as planned. The Coyote brings the energy of divine deception to set you free from the shackles of that which doesn't serve you. Sometimes it appears that you will get everything you want, only to find that Coyote brings you the opposite of what you had hoped for. The lessons offered by Coyote may at first appear confusing, but they are most sacred and always for your highest good. Okay, if Coyote calls to you, this is a time to pay special attention to the detours and disappointments, as they are true tests of your faith. You have set your intentions and turned them over to the Great Spirit. You give it to God, right? God said, "Let vengeance be mine." Okay, all right. As these are your true oh my gosh, Fester, Uncle Fester. Why is Wednesday and the Addams family coming in? And that came out of nowhere. Left field. Yet you may find yourself lost and confused when it appears you are being led off course, off the path leading to your most cherished dreams and desires. Remember this, Coyote is a sacred trickster, maybe leading you into challenges to ensure that you are ready to handle what you've set into motion. Great growth and understanding come to you when Coyote calls your name. So this is real interesting, the synchronicities. So I'm also going to share. Check out Ramblin' Mike's channel. He always has some really, I don't know what he's got for you guys Virgos, but I found like it was very fascinating. Love Ramblin' Mike. He's always trying to give them blessings out, you know. And he pulled Coyote the same time with the wolf, even for Cancer sign energy. I don't even know. I'm not a Cancer sign, but I was like, oh, what you saying here? What is this about? And I was so shocked. And then literally I hadn't done the Shaman yet and it came out. So there is this collective connection of certain things. Now there were other spirit animals and different things, so not all was the same, but I thought that was really interesting. And honestly, the way he spoke, he made it understand it a little bit different dynamics. So that's the other thing. Maybe there's something there for you. I just feel guided. Now, the final card here is the beloved. Moving towards the beloved. Okay. This connection is one that feels, okay, this makes me think of intuitive Kev, man. Okay. Because he always says, thank you, beloveds. Beloveds. Oh, we got Prince coming in too. A little Gemini, Leo energy potentially. Okay. Fun. I don't know. Creative. What is it? The 1999. And Prince, Roger Nelson. That's literally Prince's birthday, Prince's name in 1999. Okay, dude, I saw this weird lady get a tattoo of her boyfriend on her head, and the name was Kevin. I was like, oh, that is going to hurt. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But you know, everyone was like, oh my gosh, I love it. Are you okay? Like you I'm just saying, people who get names tattooed, unless you're getting your kids' names, okay, your mom, your dad, your grandma, and grandpa. If you just dating, oh God, even if you married, you know, I've seen people that you put their name on your skin, and means that it's gonna last forever. Oh, that sucks when you find out that, you know, and it's on her fucking forehead. Is this real? And everybody's like, oh, wow, I love it. That is so great. I love it. I'm like, it was Kevin. She tattooed Kevin on her fucking forehead. I don't know. I don't get it. I know those people that, yeah, and then when shit happens, and even if you're together and you get divorced or separate, what do you do with that? Do you go black it out? You go pay that money and have it removed? Like, what do? You cover it up somehow? Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. So the beloved, this is a soulmate energy, okay? This is someone that you feel a love connection. I get it. This is a Two of Cups energy too. It shows like it's over here now in the current energy. And I mean, we started there. So maybe, okay, hopefully if you've been through some weird shit here, maybe this helps you to see a higher perspective of whatever this weird trickster energy was, okay? All right, Virgos? Oh my gosh, so in your next video, oh my gosh, how many are we going to end up doing here? Oh my gosh, what if I end up doing 7? That means interlink you with Capricorn, Pisces, potentially. I don't know. Your next video will be number 4, and we will get into this garden. Okay, I kind of want to I'm going to let some of it out. So this is opening that door. Okay, I mentioned this. So this should be where you're at currently. Actually choosing to open the gate. Okay, and let love in as well, or go out and explore, see the garden, get out into nature. Being in reverse is a good sign. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to get a few more. What else do we have for the Virgos? Virgo, sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. Oh, storm warning in reverse. Connection with the seer. You maybe already had a vision of this, or this other person could have. Deceit in reverse, though. Maybe you see through it. You see through the deceit. You see that someone was caught doing something. And storm warning. To me, I feel like this is... You saw the signs. I saw the signs. Okay, so you know how you can sense in the air? Like, oh, there is a thunderstorm coming, or there's something. This looks like a tornado. Oh, that looks like, oh yeah. What are those called? A cyclone? What are they? Not a tsunami. What's this? What are the water tornadoes, man? That's a tower. 1025. Scorpio energy, potentially. Ooh, there's something. Look. Something going on with his eye right here. There's darkness under there. And look, they're holding all this money. Playing with the coins. That's what's being revealed behind the curtain. Someone sees behind the curtain of deceit, man. Oh, damn. 52 as well. I also read them backwards. 701. Ooh, okay. 701. Cancer sign. Scorpio. You could have this in your chart, be dealing with them. I see also 52 Taurus, 205 Aquarius. Whoa. So this is all being revealed. Okay. The storm, I feel like the storm is over. To me, this is like saying, so there was a connection from something from the past. Someone revealed who was deceptive, or you sensed it, and then the truth came to light. And so that's maybe trusting of a premonition, potentially. Okay, let's just jump into it. Oh, a caring connection. There's no deceit. There's no constantly tower moments where your world is flipped upside down because you catch someone. So everything's out in the open now. Underneath, it's a caring connection. The 14th could be spotlighted, even 114 or 14. Okay. Doesn't have to be. This could be a younger energy. Maybe they make you feel like, a teenage googly, friend. No way. Oh my gosh. Heartbroken in reverse. Damn. 614. They could also be Gemini, Capricorn. I don't know. Dude. And 914 Virgos. This is such a good sign. Like all of these, even though, if this is resonating, you've been on this path for a while, you've done a lot of work, and now you've healed from being maybe in some shitty relationships, okay, and blocking your heart, okay, or being surrounded by some other shit, to a true caring connection. I told you the beloved's coming in. Broken heart in reverse being healed. Walking away. Someone's coming, walking back. Even 927 could also be Libra. The 27 could be spotlight, 7-2. Because walking away is in reverse. Not emotionally walking away. Feeling safe. This person makes you feel safe. Archangel Michael. That's the thing I said. Your relationship should make you feel safe. Not just love is feeling safe. But this is also, that's that first chakra. Okay. Archangel Michael under there. This person not letting someone go. They're there for him. This is like loyalty. The garden. Yeah, someone chose. Okay, someone opened up this gate to Archangel Michael, which is God's #1 warrior energy. Okay. Okay. Letting God's angels fight for you. And this person won't let you go. Like, they're not walking away. Now you have an angel guardian. What? Oh, maybe. So I don't know. Maybe it wasn't the action. Someone's not leaving somewhere. It's not quite the time to run. What? The world. Yeah, the cycle's not done. There's lessons to learn. This angel of strength, even a Leo. Okay, look at that with the lion. Bravery, confident. 50. The goddess of the moon, trusting her intuition. Door to prosperity. I'm just checking them all out. Abundance coming in, balancing, yin and yang. Ooh, but underneath there, the one holding the coin in reverse. Okay, so you could have been dealing with somebody who was kind of siphoning money or very materialistic. There could have been a feminine person in your life. Okay, a friend, a relative, whatever, a relationship. And another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Doesn't have to be that. Weird. The caring connection. Okay. I don't know. I gotta make sure you guys can see as we move down here. I might move the camera. All right. This is where we at. 1:33:33 on the clock. All right. Because it's getting long. We also have moving forward towards the beloved. All right. Before. Okay. We're going to see what else. This is cool. I like how I'm doing this one. All right. So understanding all that, this is your current energy. There's a relationship. Okay. If you're not with this person or reinvigorating your relationship, maybe this person, was a little detached. Okay. Or, and now you're kind of reinvigorating, or it's a brand new person. If that's the situation. Okay. I don't know you. I don't know your story. I see these as it being reversed. To me as a 7 of Swords in reverse and the Tower in reverse. So 7-16, even Cancer sign, I don't know, Scorpionic energy. Okay, I'm walking towards the beloved. 5-5, big, huge changes. Could be Taurus energy, Capricorn, whatever. The Coyote. All right, I'm going to let a few more of these. Okay, I'm going to move the camera for a second, guys. Let's let a few more of these pocket shaman, mystical shaman messages for the Virgos, okay? Here we go. Let's take these two. The upper world, but it's in reverse. With this earth energy and lightning, both of these are in reverse. Look at that. I'm getting a little Aquarius 59, 30, 6, 5, 25, and 30. Okay, those ones going there. All these ones in reverse. Now, so medicine, lightning bolt, an epiphany, maybe Aquarius or Scorpionic energy. What about this caring connection? Guidance for the highest good for the Virgos with this caring connection. Oh my gosh, that's too many. Too many. The corn in reverse. The child, the ghost dance. Okay, that's way too many, guys. The mystical shamans in reverse. The sorcerer in reverse. Dark magic. The gatherer in reverse. The children of the corn. Oh, okay. How odd is that? You know what really shitty about this timeline, right? When we talk about this, especially online. So now vegetables and fruit are little symbols for disguising, talking about some really corrupted shit in this world, huh? A child. So these ones are, someone doesn't believe in this mystical shaman in reverse, okay? I don't know, 38. The sorcerer in reverse. This is not a good sign. Someone doing dark magic or black magic. And I'm saying that in a way of wishing death or, you know what I mean? It's doing those weird rituals that we know. They're not gathering anything. They're not doing any, like they're just sitting around wishing bad on everyone. I don't know. They're on hill. This is a toxic. And the corn in reverse. Okay, 1021 Libra. Okay, I know who that is. Wishing bad on me. That's your sister, huh? That's your neighbor? An ex-friend? Stepmother? Mother? Feminine. Queen of coin in reverse. It's a feminine. It's a woman, okay? Weird. Okay. Because they're jealous probably of your beloved or your caring connection. Okay. The witness in reverse will witness something. There are many paths to receive this counsel, this guidance. Okay, this is too many. Okay, I'm gonna set those off to the side. Oh man, underneath there we got the crow. Yeah, the crow is finally coming out. You guys are the first to get the crow. Look at that, the death card even. Not the raven, the crow. Upper world. Crows are actually, you know, they work together. They're smart. They're very smart. I always think of that one Alfred Hitchcock movie and the birds when I see the crows. So watch out for the birds. Because, okay, we have something about a child. So connection. Mystical Shaman. For some, you have an earth sign child. Potentially. Maybe Leo. 803. Leo. 83. They could be born in 83. We have 84. A 12-year-old, a 7-year-old, a luminous warrior, 32, 23, 723. Okay, 723, there's a synchronicity. The sacrifice. This is about your childlike innocence as well. Okay, someone not needing to fight. I don't know, a warrior. The sacrifice in reverse. Okay, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about some of this, okay? The thunder, the serpent. I'm connecting all of these. This one getting deep. So where they fell as well. With the rainmaker, okay? Also these people not connected to their, you know, their third eye chakra with the Metatron. The serpent, Kundalini, 46 specifically. 46, 42. Thunders in reverse, 56, 65, and the ghost dance. Ooh, 1122, huh? Okay, this person's name, They could also be Sag, or you could be Sag in your chart, Virgo. The ghost dance and thunder in reverse. We have thunder and lightning in reverse. So something stopped the storm. Maybe someone stopped the storm, or the storm stopped. The rain came, but there was no... Okay. I kind of want to... Whoa. Luminous Warrior Reverse. All right. We will dig deeper into this. But before... And of course, there are many paths, okay, to this. The witnesses in reverse. This person is like... Maybe they didn't witness something, okay? Or they don't want to stand forth and be a witness. What was this, like, all of these songs about? Can I get a witness? I don't know. The witness. Whitney. Wit. I want to put this beloved right here, because let's not forget. The witness and the council members. The council. Whoa. 10, 11... Okay, 46, 49, 64. Huh. Okay. Holy crap. This is a lot. I'm putting the council on my soda light for clear communication. Now, I'm going to read Deceit and the Storm. Okay. The Caring Connection. I'm pretty sure that means that it's been revealed. Okay. And that gives someone an aha moment of who this person is. A sorcerer. That is the dark energy, especially in reverse. And someone not prepared. The upper world, they're not connected, because upper world is also about connection with the divine. Okay, like the angels and stuff. Deceit. Okay, remember, Archangel Michael was there, 111, okay? Maybe that was yesterday. You were calling upon that or seeing those angel numbers. New beginning. You're collaborating and working with the angels, okay? It's for your stability, okay? Capricorn, maybe Pisces, Gemini, Aries, maybe Scorpio. 83 is there again, dude. The weirdest thing, okay? Leo. Someone's name is Leo. It's not just that they are a Leo. Their name is Leo, okay? Weird. Okay, what number was Deceit? I don't remember. That was a lot. Okay, 79. Okay, someone could be born in 79, 80. Okay, now Deceit, Hidden Tactics, Manipulation, 80, 81, reversed, 81 even. They could be born those years, or you could be dealing with also, I don't know, a Leo, okay, Cancer sign. I also get potentially an Aquarius, okay? Doesn't, you know, for some of you, it might be something like that. Taurus, Leo, let's see. 713 as well, Cancer sign. 80 or 81, those could be birth years as well, like I'm saying. Receiving this card reverse puts you on notice that the deceit of the past is over or about to end. Perhaps some enmity at work is being dissolved, or maybe a more open communication has developed in your personal life. Be assured that the negative and dishonest energy is on its way out. Yeah. Okay, so I knew that was a good sign. There's more to the story though, right? Yeah. Take advantage of a new and peaceful and open environment, one where you will be able to forge more success and greater comfort. On a deeper level, this card reversed is telling you that the period of self-deceit as well is over. You are now ready to see the abiding truth of your own value, your power, and deserving. It may take continued effort, but your honesty with yourself regarding these truths will bring even greater value into your life. Your affirmation, also 82, is I am honest with myself and others, and I attract great honesty, integrity, and support from the universe. And that storm warning is over. Ooh, what was that? Is that it? I don't know that I've seen storm warning, because I kind of feel like that's the same thing. I forget the... Okay, what about walking away in reverse? Someone feels maybe they're stuck. I don't know. Maybe they feel like they're stuck in a pattern. Someone does still feel a little caught up in something, right? Especially over there with some of this other community. You could have got yourself, like, you know, interlinked in some weird gossip, drama, their infidelities, their deceptions, you know what I mean? And it's not your problem, it's theirs, okay? Or you clear it, you know what I mean? You take accountability, clear your consciousness as well. Okay, let's see. Because, yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta find this. Storm warning. And a caring connection. All right, and once again, no way, 111 too with stable security. Okay, Michael. And 112. Okay. All right. The invitation. Oh. 113 as well. The Archangel Michael guides and supports me always. My first chakra is open to its perfect healthy state. I am strong, safe, stable, and secure. Okay. Those are all the angels. Let's go to the woman holding a coin in reverse was underneath that, which means maybe she's not feeling okay. Someone's unsure. A 35, a year 35 or something, or 304, 42. Weird. Okay, a 42-year-old. That's you. The woman holding a coin, female connection and money. Someone could be fearful about finances or health issues. Could also reveal a lack of value for yourself and your own life. Oh, and deep underneath there. Pointing to someone else, though, when this card comes in reverse, it shows a woman who may be reducing your own money or simply may not have your best interest, okay, regarding your financial affairs. It could also be someone who devalues you or criticizes you and causes you to doubt your own value. It could even be that the harmful energies of a woman from the past are still influencing you today. She could be 36, 35, 34, 42. Aries, Gemini, okay, Cancer sign, Virgo, Taurus, Leo, yeah, and maybe any of the other signs as well. Release any toxic connections and know that you are free to define and value yourself no matter what. Okay, so that was what's underneath this caring connection. So she's kind of hidden there. So maybe that was seeing that. Angel of balance. I'm looking for all of these. Angel of strength was there as well. Where is the storm warning? Okay. I really want to see that. There we go. 1031, dude. So I did see some Scorpio. Maybe you noticed something during that time. Maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio. Or you have Scorpio. Halloween. Also 1025 is there. 928, Libra energy. Healing a broken heart. Maybe you were dealing with a Libra. Or you have Libra in your chart. Okay. The storm warning is also 910. Okay. Someone could also be 28 or 31. Let's see. 31. That's a page number. Clouds on the horizon. All right. It indicates that dark times are behind you. Yeah. So it's reiterating, or at least beginning to fall away. You can take heart that sunny skies and better times are on the horizon. This new light may bring a time of reassessment and redirection for you. Let yourself consider where you want to go next. Also spend some time reflecting on the difficulty that has passed. What was the lesson for you? Whether it's about self-love, empowerment, remember to bring these intentions and the lessons learned into your bright new path. Your affirmation, no way. So you've also mastered something. 33, 32, 31 is spotlighted. Again, all right. I have the power to overcome any obstacle, no matter what is going on. I can be strong and confident and self-directed. Wow. And then to the caring connection. All right, so I'm going to read the mystical shaman messages that all came out. That's a lot. Okay. And we're going to start with the beloved, because that's what's there too with the caring connection. This is all good signs. I'm really excited for you. You know, I mean, there's definitely something here that needed to be some characters in your life, okay, that did not have your best interest at heart. And that's, to me, not a caring connection, is it? So Where's the caring connection? Oh, 44. Okay, weird. 14. Weird. Mastering something. Capricorn, Cancer sign, Aries, a lot of cancering sign, a lot of nurturing, very loving. I'm going to say also, if you do have children, okay, or grandchildren or whatever situation or something, you know, even if you were like, you know, if this is a new connection and you have, you know, you have had children with others, this whoever these people, this person is showing me that they're also very caring and nurturing, mothering, fathering. Okay, they're very, very caring, like of children. Okay, regardless of whether they are their own biologicals. So this is a very, like, you know, King or Queen of Cups energy, but doesn't have to be a water sign. Oh my, this is beautiful though. Okay, page 14. That's what I mean. I hope this for you. It's reiterating the message. So, you know, you also, of course, trust your intuition. If you're dealing with somebody who, you know, you go back and forth on emotional things, and you know, they say they're changing, you catch them do weird shit again, you know, or love bomb, and then there's rage or anything weird like that. All right, that's emotional, psychological abuse. Okay, yeah, we can all have bad days. Okay, but yeah. Okay, page 14. Oh, it's page 44. Sorry, that's why I was like, why am I not finding it? As if it could be just a friendship. I don't know. I kind of see it as love for you guys. I'm just telling you, but whatever. Okay, even possible love, partnership of two. I told you it's like a soulmate. 44, 45 shows a couple in a tender embrace with the woman holding the blossom of new love. Like the community card, this reveals a caring connection, but usually between two people only. This card upright signals the beginning of or deepening of a kindred spirit, friendship, or even the appearance of new love. It can also signify a formal business partnership. When this card appears, be on the lookout for new connections presenting themselves. The relationships you already share may become more intimate, purposeful, or present at this time. And notice the opportunity to forge new and deeper bonds. Okay, it says there may be a tender karmic connection at hand. So karmic things can always, past life soulmates will always have a sense of a karma. Okay, there's a sense of being brought together to do healing work or clear things or repeat patterns, you know. I don't know, but this seems like this is one that is not going to be harmful, where over here, that's the thing of letting go. You know, when you, I'm just saying, when you do like settle down or something, or, you know, the friends fall away. The friends fall away, especially if they're, you know, you're busy with your own life. It's just like, that's the thing. They're always a third party. No, I'm not saying that you shouldn't still have friends and go out and have that. But if they're trying to lead you away from, or, so imagine you go out with a friend, they know you're with someone, and they're totally like flirting or pushing you to do something. You know, no one will know, I won't tell. Or they're weird and do weird things, to do some weird flirtatious things, or you're like friends on social networking and they're posting pictures of themselves in provocative manners. Ladies, okay, it's usually you. It's you know, how many times you see dudes out there with their, I mean, I guess it depends, but hey, I get some Ron Burgundy. Oh boy. Okay. This is good. All right. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. This one got long. They all do. These are good though. I'm excited. Okay. So check my channel for your next video. All right. However you want to feel guided in, Virgos. And we are going to, all of the rest of these, you know, Mystic Shaman cards that came forth during this present time. we're going to read these and understand. Then we're going to dive into that future energy. We had the man holding the heart in reverse. So if this is a person and they're all of a sudden being extremely, that says violent, okay? Or, and I'm saying that in a way as like they snap on you, they're edgy, okay? Or they're heavy in their emotions, or it's making you feel like you got to walk on eggshells and you're like bottling up your own emotions. That's what we're going to dive into understanding that, because that's potential into the future. All right. And see what's there. Okay. All right, Virgos. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.